morning on the global front. Let's kickstart our coverage with home sales in the United States that have unexpectedly plunged to a 6-month low in May as lofty mortgage rates continue to weigh on demand. However, what's important to note here is that supply is at a 16-year high. The housing market has been the sector hardest hit by Fed's rate hikes. It had, however, pulled out of the slump starting in the third quarter of last year as an acute shortage of previously owned homes boosted demand for new construction.
Moving on then, Federal Reserve stress test results show that big banks in the United States will be able to withstand a severe recession. This as they maintain ability to lend to customers. According to the survey, each of the 31 banks in this year's regulatory exercise cleared the hurdle of being able to absorb losses while maintaining more than the minimum required capital levels. The stress test assumed that unemployment surges to 10%, commercial real estate value plunges to 40%, and housing prices fall 36%. This year's version included giants such as JP Morgan Chase, as well as Goldman Sachs and credit card companies like American Express as well.
Alright, shifting focus to money markets where the Japanese currency yen has plunged to a 38-year low while blowing past levels which traders believe would attract intervention by the Japanese government. Remember, weakness in the yen came even as Japanese officials warned this week that they would intervene in the event of excessive volatility in the currency market. Yen's latest bout of weakness comes following dovish signals from the Bank of Japan at a meeting earlier in June, and as of now, if you take a look at Nikkei, sharply falling in trade, more than a 1% cut coming in 450 points lower is where the Nikkei is trading as of now.
Alright, and with that, let's turn our attention towards what's been the talk of the town, tech darling NvidIa. Important commentary coming in from the top boss Jensen Huang, who has alluded to company's AI advantage. To a bet made more than a decade ago, Huang's comments came during company's shareholder meeting following more than 200% surge in the stock over the past year. Without naming competitors, Huang also laid out their strategy to maintain leadership while also foraying into new markets within the AI space. Additionally, he also said that NvidIa has a virtuous cycle that motivates them to make improvements and attract more customers.
Let's keep it going with news about the chip makers because Micron shares have extended losses on the back of a sluggish revenue forecast that failed to top analyst estimates. Shares have, however, more than doubled in the past year as the company rides the artificial intelligence boom, and CEO Sanjay Mehrotra said the company's AI-oriented products were likely to increase in price and that the company's data center business grew 50% on a quarter-on-quarter basis.
Well, as promised, let's also take a look at some mega cap stocks. Retail giant Amazon's market cap scales $2 trillion for the first time. In crossing the milestone, Amazon joins NvidIa, Apple, Alphabet and Microsoft, all of which are worth $2 trillion or more. Important to note here that it took nearly 4 years for the company to cross that $2 trillion milestone after it scaled $1 trillion in market cap back in 2020.
Let's keep on going with stocks this morning, and denim major Levi's shares plunged 12% after the company reported lackluster Q2 results wherein revenues took a hit. The company posted better than expected earnings as its direct sales to consumers and cost cutting continue to bear fruit. They also raised their dividend by 8% to 13 cents per share, its first increase in the last 6 quarters.
Alright, let's stay with earnings then. Jefferies delivered a beat in their Q2 results as the bank earned higher fees from advertising on deals as well as underwriting, stock and bond sales. Jefferies investment banking revenue in the second quarter soared 59%, aided by strength in their advisory as well as equity and debt underwriting business. Thanks to strength in equities, their capital markets revenue jumped 24%, taking the total revenue growth to 60%. So that's an important update coming in for Jefferies on account of higher fees from advising on deals as well as underwriting stock.
Alright, that's it.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.